Chobani milk tastes like Lucky Charms marshmallows. I never expected it to be this way, but it is just really deep in my heart to expose some of these people that have the audacity to really shelve these items and try to sell them. I'm going to rate and review 5 oat milks that I've tried. Hi. I need to start off with a disclaimer. I busted the entire 25 years of my existence on the stairs outside back there, and I might not be as pip cheerio as usual.
Little did she know she'd be both pip and cheerio.
But the spirit of video makery descended upon me today, and I really felt like I needed to makery a video. So here we are with my box of chocolates channel. I'm Brittany Edwards. Don't worry about any of that. Anyways, I also want to give another disclaimer that I am not vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free, paleo, BBL, whole 30, keto, anything. I am just someone that believes that dairy is really sinful, and I'm trying to have a lot less of it because I would rather have cheese than drink real milk. So I choose to drink alternative milks. In this video, I will tell you I have gone through a lot of trial and error trying to find an oat milk that is superb. And I also have some feelings about dairy-free ice creams. I've tried a lot and have had my heart broken and revived a couple of times. So if you're super interested on my alternative ice cream endeavors, and just comment, let me know, because if you don't like it, then I'm not gonna make it. This video is going to be specifically oat milks. I'll rate 5 oat milks on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, and give you a little bit of tidbits on the things that I do and don't like about them. I never expected it to be this way, but it is just really deep in my heart to expose some of these people that have the audacity to really shelve these items and try to sell them. On the other hand, there are some things that I absolutely love, and I think that more people should try them. Califia Farms. To be fair, I had the creamer version. I don't know if the regular version is different, but what really kind of pushed me to try Califia Farms is that they even mentioned it in Morning Brew. I don't know if you know about Morning Brew, but it is this business newsletter email thingamabobber that is cream of the crop. Highly recommend. I really enjoy it. It is just a really cool way to find out things about the world, yada yada yada. I found out that there's a whole new pasta shape. This is not about pasta, but back to the oat milk. So they mentioned Califia Farms as being kind of this really popular, good, people really like their oat milk creamer, something. So I gave it a try. Mind you, this is probably my fault that I tried to make some vegan cheese with it. But Califia Farms milk for me is probably around a 6.5 out of 10. For me, it just reminds me too much of Play-Doh. The smell of it just brings me back to kindergarten. And for some people, that might be nice. For me, not a look I'm trying to have. That being said, Brandon really enjoyed the Califia Farms milk because he enjoyed that it had kind of this flavor to it. I really wish that I had intended to do this video because I could give you a little bit more descriptors about the flavor. However, personally, it is not high on my list at all. What is high on my list is Chobani's oat milk. We'll get to Chobani at another time. In the spirit of disappointment, let me move on to this Forager milk. To be fair, it is a oat milk conglomerate. It's oat milk, coconut milk, and cashew. Coconut, oat, and cashew. And it sounds cute. The bottle looks cute. I was ready to have a culinary Michelin oat milk experience, and that was very far from what I experienced. Honestly, this has to be the worst oat milk I've ever had in my entire life. To be fair, I haven't had that many oat milks, but I think I was extra heartbroken because the packaging is so nice and so perfectly fits in the mood of everything that I want in my life, but the flavor was not it. It's so watery, and they really have the audacity to describe themselves as rich and creamy. It's great, whatever, that you're, you know, vegan, gluten-free, yada, yada, yada. However, we need to have a serious conversation about who really approved this product to go to market, because I am not having it. If you like it, I am so sorry to know that you have poor taste. No, I'm kidding. But really, it did not hit any kind of mark. It wasn't even on the list for me. Really, it should be NA, because I can't even rate how poorly it tasted. But because I have to, I would probably give it a 4 out of 10. It was just lacking in so many ways. I felt like I was drinking Elmer's glue water, probably without that same Elmer's glue flavor, but it was white water effectively. Something that's not white water is Oatly's. Oatly's is the absolute love of my life. It is the best oat milk I've ever had in my entire life, and I feel like it's just not as popular maybe as it should be. I was actually put on game by my friend Chantel. Hi. She went to Oregon and had Oatly's barista milk and whatever, so she was hooked. Finally gave it a try, and wow, it did not disappoint. Here's the thing about Oatly's. The first time I had Oatly's, the corners of my mouth turned down in disgust because I felt like I was drinking thick oat water. Like, it was disgusting to me. But over time, it actually really grew on me, and it's become my favorite oat milk. And here's why. Oatly's is so creamy, and it doesn't have any extracurricular tastes. I know I just said that it tastes like oat water, but here's the thing. Oatly's is perfect for mixing into other things. So like, for example, if you're making Thai tea, it's a creamy base, and the taste of the tea takes over the oat flavor. So like, the oat flavor is just really easy to mask if you put it in anything, and you still get that like really rich and creamy. Oatly's is the only milk that has ever come anywhere near to that decadence of, you know, milk, and it's not really easy to come by. I can only get Oatly's at Target or Whole Foods. Oh right, Oatly's 10 out of 10, no contest. Like, I have been trying to continuously find something that is as good as Oatly. I wasn't planning for oat milk to be this deep in my heart to passionately make a 10-minute video on it, rating and disrating. Well, I don't really think disrating is a word, but anyways, sharing my feelings on all these oat milks that I've tried. Again, I have very strong feelings and disappointments with dairy-free ice cream as well, and I've been pleasantly surprised by something. So if that is your kink, just let me know, and I can, you know, flesh out that video of the dairy-free ice creams that I've tried. Back to the oat milks. Oatly is perfect because you can put that in anything. You can use that to make a really creamy mac and cheese, or you can use it to make cereal. Like, the flavor of the Oatly itself won't distract from whatever you're making. Me trying to make cheese with Califia Farms was the worst. Well, I've had some pretty bad decisions, but one of the worst is culinary. I've also had some really bad culinary mishaps, but I've also had some good ones. My mom's a chef, I promise. I got my life together. Califia Farms, maybe for your coffee, that's great. Do not use that for your mac and cheese. Save yourself the heartache. But Oatly's, it's just all around go-getter. If it's your first time, I would not recommend drinking it plain because it would really turn you off. But if you're making like hot chocolate or something, come on, that rich creaminess. Okay, I have only found one milk that is as close to the excitement that I feel, and that is the Chobani oat milk. I just picked up this milk a couple of days ago, and it was because I was at Julasco. Julasco is not Whole Foods or Target, so I was not able to get my Oatly's, and I was like, should I go through the heartache of trekking all the way to Whole Foods knowing damn well that they might not even have it, because I need volunteers to smuggle a reliable supply of Oatly's into Chicago. If I go to Target and it's not there, then that means that Whole Foods has it. And if I go to Whole Foods and it's not there, then that means that Target has it. And the Whole Foods and Target that I go to are in complete opposite ends of the spectrum. So I was like, do I risk the heartache and try a new oat milk? I decided to try a new oat milk. I was in between Chobani and Silk. I don't know why, but I just did not trust Silk. Maybe it's because I know that like oats isn't really their thing. They're just kind of maybe trying to hop on this bandwagon. It was really just me going off of feeling. And I know Chobani is also kind of the same way, but something about their packaging, I just trusted that it would probably taste better. And it could have been the psychological thing, because a lot of these oat milks, as you see, are in blue cartons, which is very interesting in terms of consumer psychology and color psychology. And Silk was purple, so maybe that's why I didn't trust it. But I think also the design on the box probably would, it just wasn't speaking to my spirit. I just didn't really have good feelings about it. So I went with the Chobani. So Silk, I can't really rate. I'm just gonna have NA, not available, not applicable, because I want to give them a fair chance, but just intuitively, I don't think it's a bot. If you have tried it, please comment, let me know your thoughts, feelings, etc. And also, if you've tried any of the other ones and you can like kind of compare it, that would be really great, so I know whether or not I should waste my heartache, my heart capacity, my heart broadband, right, if I should stretch my emotional broadband to accommodate for potentially having another really disappointing half gallon of milk that I have to consume. I went with Chobani, and Chobani is a solid 8.5 out of 10, because the Chobani milk tastes like Lucky Charms marshmallows. If you've had the marshmallows and Lucky Charms before the 1900s, try Chobani milk and tell me that it does not taste like those marshmallows. I can't speak for the new age, new school stuff. I don't know what they did to the formula or whatever. And I just have not disrespected my body with cereal in a very, very long time. So this goes back to that that thing about cross compatibility, right? Like, so because it has this kind of sweet, what's it called? The sweet marshmallowy taste, but it doesn't have any powdery feel to it. It's not going to be the best for making savory dishes. But if you are making some type of dessert or whatever, and you kind of want to add a little pizzazz to it, then that could do wonders for you, really, in your flavor palette and diversity, etc. However, again, it's just very thin. Like, I have not come across anything as creamy and decadent as Oatly's. Thanks for coming along on this oat ranking rating journey. I didn't expect for my excitement about oat milk to like almost let me forget about the pain that my right thigh is in. Follow me on Instagram if you want to see the photo of the bruise, because I'm sure my entire leg is going to be blue and purple. Ugh. Okay, anyways, hope you'll stick around for some else. Bye.